Hi, and welcome back to my wormery. Today is feeding 19 for the 40-gallon worm bin. And if you'll notice, the worm bin got 2 new presents over the week that you guys might not have seen. Yes, that's my newest dragon fruit flower from Rebels Red. Unfortunately, it didn't like the cold and it didn't open. It got all the way to almost opening, and then started drooping over. And maybe I missed the opportunity to manually open it and fertilize it. But yeah, I opened it, and the pollen sacs didn't have not a drop of pollen, so I was up the river without a paddle, so they say. Interesting in the bin. If we move this bubble wrap back, there's still a good number of wormies hanging on to the bubble wrap at the end, hopefully making some cocoons in there and increasing their numbers. It's the only part of the bin that has the natural bedding from when it started. I've been trying to keep the bedding over in the middle moist, watering it for 10 seconds every 12 hours, but yeah, it's doing a good job. Here is, what was red? I don't remember. Oh, that's a dragon fruit. That was a peel from a dragon fruit that me and the daughters ate. Looks like the wormies are enjoying that. Here's some of the coffee filters from 2 weeks ago. And the wormies are still working on the bottoms of them. There's a pretty good sized worm ball underneath this apple. And the same with this apple. But I don't want to disturb the wormies that are working on it. So, yeah, the bin's doing real good. They got some pumpkin. We're gonna feed them not too far away from where they're being fed at the moment. They are quite defeating. I have, for the wormies, lots of food. The wormies are going to be getting a decent sized hunk of dragon fruit that wasn't very tasty for us. Has some corn in it, so we'll put that in there. Back there on the bedding. And we got a handful of peas and corn that we'll dump in. And to top it off, I don't know if I'm going to be able to break any of this pumpkin away. Yeah, I can grab a couple pieces. I got a couple more pieces of pumpkin that broke off the sides of this big block of pumpkin. So we'll give them some hunks of more pumpkin. There's a lot of wormies in this bin. There's still leftover food, but I like to keep up the amount of food in the bin, even when they're not eating a lot. Stay ahead of it. I got a healthy scoop with some worm chow to dump in there. We'll put some around the feeding, and we'll sprinkle some on the bedding. We will zip that up through the week. Come on, zip bag. We've got a scoop of some eggshell for that. There goes the light for the second time. Let me rescue the light. Sorry about the interruption. And I shut it off. Alright, let there be light. Alright, and give them a nice healthy portion of bedding. Maybe another little one. Alright, and again, thank you for coming and checking out the 19th feeding of my 40-gallon worm bin. These guys are sitting about 73 degrees. They got 120 watt 48 by 20 heat pad under this bin. I did put some radiant floor barrier behind it to insulate some of the back end of this box to keep the heat in the tub. I imagine with dual walls of the tub that it's got a good amount of insulation, but I want the wormies to be comfortable. I don't want them to be cold. They don't eat as well when they're cold, and I want them to keep on eating the way they were when we first got them into this bin. So again, thank you for coming to check out the 19th feeding of my 40-gallon worm bin. Bye-bye now.